Oh my god. 2 days left. Let me repeat myself. 2 days left. Just 48 hours. If somebody raised the alarm, it's a red code here. 2 days left. It's happening. We've been waiting for over 2 years. For almost 3 years. This is the moment that we've been waiting for. This is the week. This is it. This is what we've been working for. This community here, this channel. What is up, SmackNPie? SmackNPie, welcome back to another artist video here on the freaking channel. If you haven't watched my previous reaction video, what are you doing here? Go and watch that. Subscribe. Here's a small clip. Beers, why are you here with me? Beers, what are you doing here? Can we swap bodies? Matron, what the fuck? Hey, I like that. Yeah, I still don't know how. I mean, even to this moment, I think about chapter 14 and I say, oh my god, what is that? But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we're not gonna waste any more time. What is happening in the trailer? Let's do a quick analysis, shall we? Like I said before, chapter 4 is dropping in just 2 days, honestly. And the more I think about it, the more surreal it gets. I'll talk more about the surreality of the situation tomorrow, because then it would be only 1 day left. But today, let's focus on chapter 4 trailer analysis and whatnot, the insane stuff that we've got. And by the end of this video, we're gonna have some new screenshots that were shared on Steam page. So you know what, I'll see more time, boys. Let us freaking begin. Subscribe. Follow me. So the trailer starts with elevator teaser and we move into Joy Land deep below. Now this is actually quite important because we've already seen an elevator teaser a long time ago, which was a little bluish. Now if you put everything together, ladies and gentlemen, this is actually zone 2 to zone 3, because back then that teaser was kind of sort of zone 1 to zone 2. Maybe it was zone 3, but they changed it. Who knows, because you know it's been a long time. But anyways, one thing I also want to point out before we move on is that I don't know why, but the entire trailer, even though it was 1080p when it was exported, it still looks a little low res. So fingers crossed, because it doesn't look anything like Dark Deception Enhanced. You've all seen Dark Deception Enhanced. It's high quality, it's high visuals, it looks real good. So compare that with this. I'm just fingers crossing that this was recorded in low res, low quality, so when we do get to play chapter 4 ourselves, it's high quality, it's high freaking visuals. So what is happening? Coming back to the topic at hand. You go deep below underground Joy Land facility. This is zone 3. How do we know it's zone 3? Well, look at it. Look at this. It is very reminiscent of the teaser that was shared by Vincent Livings a little earlier last week, where we saw zone 3 kitchen teaser and it had lava underneath. So this looks exactly that. Now if you look at this, of course this is meant for employees and all that, but I didn't notice at first. It was reminded to me a little later. If you look at this, first of all, how can you even walk forward knowing that these things are moving from left and right? Number 1. And number 2, these lucky clones are being transported from one section to another. These lucky clones are being made underneath the facility. Sucker, the facility, the whole Joy Land is abandoned. It has been banned from everywhere. It is banned in China. You can't go in. It was banned and abandoned halfway through the construction. Now I do understand if, let's say, for some reason, alright, it is still being under construction, and that is why they wanted to get a head start on these clones, so as soon as the construction is done, bam, you get yourself clones. That is the only logical conclusion and only logical explanation that we have here. Other than that, what are you doing? And then Beers says, where are we? Beers, if you don't stop, honestly, when I play chapter 4, you're gonna see a different behavior from me with Beers. Oh, you just watch. If she's ready to stab me in the back, oh, I'm ready as well. Subscribe. Let's go. And after the logo, single-handedly the most important and deepest thing happened with the Dark Deception franchise. We got freaking finally, and I never thought he would actually show Torment Therapy in trailer before the release. I never thought he would, but Vince, you did it. We saw not only hospital from the inside, but we saw hospital from the outside. Look at this. Yes. We got ambulances who look good. We got the hospital emergency and that logo of the plus up there. Somebody pointed out, and I don't know who said this, but it was really funny. They said this look less like a hospital and more like a club. So if it is a club, 18 plus, what are you doing here? Dark Deception is for teens. What are you doing, Vincent Livings? Then we get to see Joy Land theme park outside. Now this reminds me of, again, I don't know why, but this reminds me of this Joy Land fan game I played a couple months ago. It looks really cool. You should play that game, but this looks really good. The fog is gone, unfortunately, so we're just gonna have to wait and see. We're gonna end this shot with that firework. What is those? Why? Why are we having those fireworks? Who knew that we were coming? Why are we having those fireworks? I'm really interested to know the lore behind it, because aren't these places supposed to be abandoned? Aren't these places supposed to be like lost and forgotten, specifically that JoJo land? Then the next one, we got probably one of my favorite and the most underrated teaser of them all, Cabin in the Woods. And this is so freaking cool, because not only when you're gonna see this, you'll be reminded of Resident Evil Village, because you know how this looks old school and all that, but if you look closely, there are some alphabet letters, aka toys, for trigger teddies. I don't like this, alright? They are real hosts now, alright? They're hosting us, we're their guests, and you already know, Mama Bear and Trigger Teddies, they've been waiting to host someone for a long time, and they have this thirst to host us. And as soon as they get a guest, which is us, Doug Houser, unfortunately, they're not gonna stop. Mama Bear wants to give us hugs, Trigger Teddies want to play with us, and we've seen that. I mean, come on, get off of me. I don't want to hug you. Move! This level is going to be a visual showcase. It's going to be a visual phenomenon. I mean, look at this. If this doesn't remind you of Resident Evil 7, you don't talk to me, alright? If you have no appreciation or respect, or you don't know Resident Evil 7, get out of here, alright? I don't like you. We're not going to talk, alright? How are you going to sit here, watch Dark Deception, yet you don't know anything about Resident Evil 7? I'm not even asking for Resident Evil Village. I know that came out like 2 months ago, but I'm just asking for Resident Evil 7. And then we got another teaser. This is deep underground in cave. This is deep into the cave. This is some serious work by Glowstick Entertainment. Like, I'm not joking, this is some serious, excellent work. Just a shot before, it reminded me of Subrex's Barely Buried. It's a really good game. It was a really good game. Hey, Subrex, you're talented as heck. And then we cut to Mascot Mayhem. Now, do you remember Notorious P.I.G.? Do you remember that video, the rap video? In it, we saw that freaking pig's gameplay, right? Now, watching that at that time, I was like, you know what? It looks a little unfinished, because some of the frames on the wall, I was like, they're gonna add some pictures on top of it, and there will be more furniture around. And it seems like there is some furniture around, but it seems like some of the, or a lot of those things are unchanged. But that's a good thing, because you see, that area was only one of this massive map. It's only one portion of the massive map that is Mascot Mayhem. So it might still look the same, but it is a very small portion of a big giant map. You open the door, look at this, you got computers and all that. It's your generic offices area. There's nothing much to say or do here, except one thing I will say, that freaking pig, he looks a bit weird and different compared to what we've seen from him in gameplay last time. I guess what I'm trying to say is, you know what, his gameplay wasn't all that bad, alright? As much as my hatred is real, it wasn't that bad, his gameplay, alright? It seems like I'm gonna have some fun in Zone 2 with that freaking... I can't believe I'm saying this. The good thing is, his footsteps are really deep, so you can hear it. That is really gonna help us. Then we got Lucky the Rabbit and Queen Penny and possibly Pig on the left side, dancing and performing. Now we don't know where it is. It does look like a little bit of sewer area. It is reminding me of that because of, you know, the wall and all that, but we'll see. These might be abandoned animatronics. JoJo Gang, of course, underneath, performing as usual. One of them starts to get consciousness, like this freaking evil Lucky. He's evil. He's evil. He's laughing. This is not your program. And then, ladies and gentlemen, the unthinkable happened. We got Torment Therapy. And this is the perfect example of what I was trying to say just a few minutes ago. Look at this shot. You're in hospital, alright? First of all, hospital, you look good. You look insane. You look so freaking good. Mainly because the reaction, what is like this is because we haven't seen Torment Therapy at all in hospital. So, of course, the reaction that, oh my god, the reaction is expected because we've never seen hospital or Torment Therapy. So this is the first time the reaction is expected, unlike, you know, Mascot Mayhem and Barely Buried, we've seen it. We have an idea in our head. So this is, first of all, really like insane. Like, I'm blown away by it. So that's number one. Number two, you see how it's so packed with props and assets. Look on the walls, you got drawings going on, you got arts going on, and then you have the stretcher, you have bins. Like, there's just so much work put into this area in this single frame alone. There's just so much passion in here, and you can tell that Vince had so much fun creating this level. Vince and Nixon, of course, but like this is gonna be chaotic fun. And then Reaper Nurses, they do their dance moves. Let me tell you, I'm gonna save that when that frame comes, but yo, Reaper Nurses, don't tell Queen Penny. I see. So we don't know if this is a cutscene, like as in you get jump scared by them and this is how they do whatever they do. It does look like you get jump scared by them or something like that. Then it seems like we got a second zone gameplay as well. So first of all, it's so weird because Reaper Nurses are kind of sort of legends because, you know, you don't know how they are in game or how they are in game. So we always had this imagination of them in game, but for the first time we were seeing them in a level chasing us. It's so surreal. That's number one. And number two, this level might not be a fair level, which is why we're so glad the new checkpoint system is up here, because look at this, she came out of nowhere. She came out of nowhere. If that's how they're gonna play, we're done. Alright, this is it for us. And a quick note, there are, just like Monsters and Mortals Monstrum map, it seems like we're now getting multiple floors within the level, and it was obvious because we know that for a long time, but now it's cool to see it in visual. You can see the soul shards down there and whatnot, but somebody pointed this to me, and shout out to you, you know who you are, but some of them are very specific. If you look at the wall, it says liar and liar. There are more coming soon, so just keep an eye out on those because it's a very interesting thing coming up. Then we got freaking Matron. Freaking Matron, she's so huge. She's so huge. Why is she so huge? Why is she so big, bro? You need to calm down. Look at them Reaper Nurses down there. Alright, they're so small compared to Matron. Even ambulances are nothing compared to Matron. Why are you so huge? What if, and this is just a theory, during gameplay, because we've seen the achievements, right, that she roams around, what if, and this is just a theory, what if she's in a normal size, right, but before the boss fight she gets a pill or something and then she becomes this huge giant Matron with these saws on her hand and starts like drifting. She's roller skating them. Bro, this wheel card, she's moving faster than... And we also have an injection in our hand. I don't know why. Why are we on top of an ambulance? What is the attack pattern here? She's destroying those ambulances with her saws. That fight is gonna be insane. Mike from Super Horror Bros said that this whole chapter is really ambitious. And this is a visual proof of that before we get our hands on chapter 4 on September 28th in just 2 days. Then we get another shot from Mascot Mayhem, but this time around we got Queen Penny clones. This one is a little obvious because if you see the lights are turning red, it's like there is a red alert here and the clones are popping in, which means this is after 3 zones are completed and you have to leave. You have to like make your way out of here, number 1. And number 2, clones are popping in, that's number 2. And number 3, Queen Penny clones. Wait, look at how tight the hallways there are. Oh my god. Then we get trigger teddies in a cutscene because they're dragging us, it seems like, and this is Resident Evil Village all over again. Seriously, they're so freaking cute. Watch them not being cute anymore when they slice and dice. Now this is not Matron. When they slice my face open and then replace my human skin with fake teddy bear skin. Ugh, that is disgusting. I mean, we've all seen their faces. Then we get another shot, which I can't really put my finger on, but if you look on the right, it says burn fat, and we start to get burned. Why are we standing there? It does look like traps. I'm not quite sure, because the saws can't be the only traps. We're gonna have to wait and see. This part looks really interesting. And then we get cave zone 2 or 3. I'm not quite sure yet because this one is really messing with my head. But y'all remember a long time ago we've had a cave teaser? This is it. This is that in action with all the bones and skulls, dead bodies, bones and skulls on the floor. As we walk on top of it, we run on top of it, and you can see Trigger Titties chasing us. The good thing is their hit zones are tight, so we can actually juke move them. Freaking finally, I really wanted to juke move these suckers because it's gonna be a lot. Number 1, and number 2, look at how tight these hallways are, and you can see the speed boost shard at the end, and the lighting is so good. It's so good. This cave level is gonna be the pinnacle of Dark Deception horror, because, you know, Hospital and Mascot Mayhem, they're like gameplay, chaotic gameplay, and, you know, fun, yay, tough and all that. This is gonna be pure horror because of the environment, atmosphere, and feeling and vibes, and the monsters themselves in it are scary. So this level is gonna be pure spectacle. And then we get my favorite portion of the entire freaking trailer. Hey, I liked that. Reaper nurses inviting me in. Let me look at you. I watched this like 10,000 freaking times. One of the fans said that this looked less like an hospital, more like a club. It's for real because look on the left and the right. What are they doing? They're seducing you and inviting you into the hospital. This level is gonna be really easy to explain in terms of lore for Dughouse, but hey, shoot, Dughouse, I don't blame you. If this is what you saw, look at the way they welcome you into the hospital. I'm here for it. I also have this feeling that they might not attack you at first and you might have free roam to like roam around. You actually move with them before they start attacking you. That is my theory for now. We're just gonna have to wait and see on that aspect. Then oh my god, when I said that cave level is gonna be pure horror spectacle, I meant it, because look at this. She doesn't glow in the darkness. That's number one. And number two, look at her eyes. Imagine that chasing you. I'm done. In a cave? No. In a cave? Skip that. Not only that, look at her stomach. A trigger teddy is live, coming out of her stomach. No thanks, bro. That is number one. And number two, if you look at around the screen, it has a purple-ish effect. That, ladies and gentlemen, a vanish effect. A vanish power. Because not only she's throwing trigger teddies out of her stomach, but she's also chasing us. She's very fast. She is very fast. Vincent Livingstone wasn't lying when he said this. Mama Bear is not slow. She is very fast. She's catching up to us big time. So we had to use vanish. It seems like we're gonna have to use vanish a lot just to stay away from a lot of enemies' radar. So as soon as that thing charges back, use it ASAP. And then we get another freaking teaser. Now this is on purpose. Why this is on purpose, ladies and gentlemen? Well, number one, on your left you see the map. No. Let me remind you of Christmas mascots. That game was so good, but it was so annoying at the same time because of the map layout. It got so annoying, alright? And look at the map. It seems like the fate is repeating, so I'm really fingers crossing that Vincent Livingstone toned down and decreased the number of soul shards, because no. There are clones of Luckies, I think so, either coming down or going up with balloons in their hands. Look at that. How do you even explain something like that? And look at this. Look at this. Do I even have to explain a Lucky being stunned? Camera traps, and we're using speed boost to get out. Oh boy, it's not gonna be a chill one. It's gonna be chaotic. Then this one, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of people are sleeping on this level. Number one, this is torment therapy level. Alright, that's number one. And number two, y'all remember when I said keep an eye out on the walls? There it is. There it is. On the left it says toxic love. On the second here it says men are pigs. See, even nurses don't like them pigs, which means these nurses are feminist, extremist feminists. Big time. They don't like us because men easily get seduced and then they do nasty stuff. But this also ties in with Doug Hauser himself, so a lot of it is playing from his mind, so it makes sense. Number three, you can see the saw traps. Not fun. This is exactly what we saw from those achievements. I said it's gonna be nasty because it's gonna be on the ground, and the soul shards placement forces you to either wait for these traps to go by or to use teleportation, which is going to be really impossible, near impossible to use it. That's number three. And number four, because there's a lot of points here, we finally use Telekinesis. Yes, the magnet one. Y'all remember the magnet one? Yep, this is that. Freaking finally, we've seen it in action. So we've seen all powers in action, which is great, fan-freaking-tastic. Telekinesis is literally there for this situation, where you have more traps and shards laying out in a way that is a little difficult, so you use the power and get all the soul shards. And finally, we've seen this zone before, so not much to say there, but we see that pig chasing us again in zone freaking 3. Like, we were playing with fire anyway, we were down there, it was bound to happen. The whole thing was bound to explode. We've raised the alarms, clones coming into the town, JoJo gang members full-time chasing us, it was bound to happen. The whole thing getting destroyed, catching on fire, it was bound to happen. And freaking finally, the second last thing, Malak is standing there in what seems to be the boss area. That's number one. And number two, Joy Kill entrance. She said constructing Joy Kill. That's number one. And number two, look at this. Joy Kill was being constructed on spot, which means there's a very deep story, not only here, but behind this JoJo land could be the reason. This kind of practice reminds me of Bendy and the Ink Machine, how Joey was using human souls to make ink cartoons, literally transforming them. This also reminds me of remnants from Five Nights at Freddy's, and here there's gotta be a very deep story, because constructing these kind of things underground in deep facility, there is no way that you have this deep underground facility without shady stuff. You have all that for shady stuff, and this is the shady stuff. This, ladies and gentlemen, this all equipment might be the reason why Joy Land was abandoned and then it was left unconstructed completely, and that's why there are clones there, because it was ready for launch, but before launch there might be some sort of investigation. They found out this eyebrow raising stuff, whole thing got abandoned, but they kept doing the dirty stuff. I don't know, I'm looking too much into it. Malik, why are you standing in that pose? Why aren't you like crossing your arms or something like that? Look evil, because you don't look evil right there. What's about to be constructed there looks more evil than you. Move! At the end you hear this laugh from Joy Kill where he says, I'm back. Oh brother, there's lore here. There is lore here. The trailer ends with this. I'm actually not surprised whatsoever. Does this look like a secret room where you'll learn more lore about the level? That's number one, but number two, it seems to me that it is also a hint that Mama Bear and Trigger Teddies have consciousness, and they do change their costumes every now and then. That's why they stay clean. If they eat someone, their clothes get dirty, because we know that they're not how they look from the outside. We've seen Trigger Teddy from the inside, so hey, they're getting exposed. Artisan Chapter 4 is gonna be dark. Oh, I completely forgot about this when it was such a long video. Anyways, here are some new screenshots on Steam that were added. Here's the first one, and I am so happy. I am so freaking happy because full HD look. Now I'm happy. See, I'm happy. This is exactly how I thought. The trailer didn't do this screenshot justice. I'm so happy. Look at these Reaper nurses. They have this extra purple light on them. I like that. I really do. And I also like these ceiling lights. These are quite unique. I'm appreciating what I'm seeing here. And I ain't talking about Reaper nurses. Oh, look at you. I don't tell Queen Penny. Queen Penny. Then in an unexplainable, seriously unexplainable situation and teaser, we got this. What is this? What the fuck is this? We got faces up there. That is horrifying. This purple-ish thing looks like Doom Eternal DLC level. What am I looking at? The soul shards are gonna be the last thing on my mind coming here. I told you, when I told you the cave level is gonna be a horror spectacle, this is it. The face is up there. The freaking soul shards blending in, the purplish thing. This is hell at its peak, and we're here with the Mama Bear and Trigger Teddies. No, move past that, skip that, skip this. Then for quickly, I wanted to show you guys this Joy Line extensive look. This is how some of it looks like, and I told you when I said this is abandoned during construction, this is the evidence here, right here. I told you. Then we got a cabin teaser. Yep, there you go. I told you it's gonna be mazy-ish because we learned that from achievements. Ladders are back, number one. And now if you don't tell me this doesn't remind you of Resident Evil Village, get out of here. Look at this. First of all, how good this is looking. This is made by only a couple people. It's blowing my mind that how good it looks, and it's only made by a couple of people. And everything you want to know is there in that screenshot. And finally, to end this video, here it is. Torment Therapy hospital level with soul shards. This, oh my god, oh my god, this is disgustingly good. This is so good. If you zoom in all the way till the end, there's some machinery and equipment there just by the door. Now lasers will come in Mascot Mayhem, so throw that out of the window. But what is that? We're gonna have to wait and see what exactly is that. Who knows, laser might make an appearance in this level. I don't think so, so that might not be laser, but it might be a different kind of trap. This is your assignment, alright? I've made enough theories today. And actually, you know what? I'm done. I'm done making chapter 4 theories. Tomorrow is the last day. I'm done. This is my final theory that I made today. Tomorrow, we're just gonna sit on our butts and reminiscent, And we're just gonna look at the past, and we're just gonna have some small fun before chapter 4 drops on 28th. My part here on chapter 4 theories on this YouTube platform is done. It's done. All I have now left is making chapter 4 Let's Play. That's my next goal. So your assignment now is to theorize what that thing is. You have 2 days. What do? Subscribe. SmackNPie. And listen, I said my intro so many times, so you repeat with me, alright? And you better repeat with me, alright? I don't want no excuses. Here we freaking go. 3, 2, 1. Subscribe. Follow me to SmackNPie, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, wait for it. Take care and peace.